Hejka, jestem Coco, witam was w kolejnym odcinku z Genshin Impact. Będziemy dzisiaj robić event Rite. Mój pierwszy event Rite, bo widziałam, że jest co roku coś z tej okazji. Każą mi tutaj skończyć jakiegoś questa, którego nie zrobiłam, ale na szczęście mam quick starta. Nie zawsze to mam, nie wiem od czego to zależy, ale na szczęście w tej sytuacji ten quick start jest, więc no zróbmy to. Nieważne, dajcie mi to zrobić.
People of Liyue must have already started preparing for the most important festival of the year, right? Hopefully Paimon will be able to check out tons of great food again this year.
A to tylko o jedzeniu.
Let's go to Liyue Harbor and see what's up.
Dobra, czyli idziemy do Liyue. Myślę, że z tej okazji też zamienię sobie chyba tutaj na Lumin. W końcu tutaj teraz dużo nią będziemy robić w tym evencie.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
O matko, jak ja dawno tobą nie grałam, dziewczyno. Nie sądzę, by w tym questie było coś do walki. Raczej tutaj będzie dużo gadania. Także Lumin może sobie być.
Paimon votes we go say hi to Xiangling first.
Oh!
Huh? Xiangling? What a pleasant surprise meeting you here!
Oh? Why, the pleasure is all mine, as is the surprise, surely. It must be fate that brings us together in this place. How have you fared as of late?
Wszystko idzie dobrze.
I sense you are older and wiser than the last time we met. It seems your travels continue to yield valuable insights.
Dziękuję, żoni.
You are too kind.
So, Xiangling, are you here to listen to stories over tea again?
I had originally planned to set out after this last round of tea. However, I had planned to take a walk to ℉𝕗𝒻𝒃 village and gather some nascent bamboo shoots, which are currently in season. A villager there once gave me a small sample, and they possessed a most excellent flavor.
Huh? Nascent bamboo shoots? Why can't you just use normal bamboo shoots instead? Wait, Paimon knows! Because Xiangli prefers the finer things in life, right? Okay, Mr. Particular, let me guess. Ahem. The nascent bamboo shoot has a uniquely tender texture and a delicate sweet taste that its normal cousin cannot match.
An astute observation, Paimon. You know me well indeed. Lantern Rite is almost upon us, but besides the bamboo shoots, there are a few other items I have not yet procured from Director Hu's list. May I ask if you have already made arrangements for the days ahead?
Well, we were planning to use the opportunity to say hi to some of our friends, but before we were able to figure out a schedule, we ran into you.
Well then, might I invite you to imagine the sheer delight that is a soup cooked with the freshest nascent bamboo shoots in all the land. Generous cuts of pork belly and crisp, fragrant bamboo shoots placed together in the pot and left to simmer slowly for half a day.
Nigdy czegoś takiego nie miałam.
You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Paimon's onto your plan. You just want to hoodwink us into fetching your bamboo for you.
Why, I assure you, I would do no such thing. I merely wish to inform you of the freshest, most succulent and flavorful bamboo shoots one could ever hope to taste.
Ugh. Let's go, traveler. Paimon's taste buds can't take it anymore.
I shall leave the bamboo shoots to you. Should you have the good fortune to find some, please share them with me as well. However, there is no need to rush.
Okej, więc oficjalnie zaczynamy nasz event! Co by się nie działo, najpierw najważniejszą rzeczą jest sobie zrobienie sesji zdjęciowej z Janinem. Aha, 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 aha. Jas! Piękne. Okej, teraz można iść, więc tutaj przenosimy się tutaj.
Bamboo shoot, nascent bamboo shoot. Oh, this one's only just sprouted, and it looks super fresh. Paimon thinks this is the one.
Spoko, ale ja zostałam w wstęp zaatakowana. O nie, teraz to wszyscy jesteście w niebezpieczeństwie. Znajdźcie mój gniew! Nie, tak naprawdę to po prostu potrzebuję mięsa na jedzenie. O których bambusach? Ja ogólnie mam sporo bambusów w swoim schowku, ale okej. O, jeszcze tu?
These should be enough. Let's head back.
Okej.
Help! Help!
Did you hear that? Someone's calling for help. It's coming from over there.
O nie, czyli będą jednak walki, a ja mam lumin? Niedobrze. Niedobrze. Hej! Ta nowa! Ktoś się topił.
Are you okay? Did any water go down the wrong pipe?
I think I'm okay now. Thank you so much.
That was scary. Well, at least you're all right. All thanks to your savior here. Oh, a little girl?
Ona jest cute.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Xiao. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa,
Yo, yo.
she's so well-mannered. My name's Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Greetings.
I'm ℍ𝕠𝕟𝕗, a musician from Fontaine. I came through Stone Gate intending to head towards 𝐊𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐻 Harbor, but then I became captivated by the beautiful scenery. And before long, I was completely lost. Just now, I was so mesmerized by the waterfall that I slipped and fell into the water. If it weren't for Miss Xiao's help, I shudder to think what might have happened.
It's all right, Mr. ℍ𝕠𝕟𝕗. The splashing around the bottom of the waterfall means the stone path is always wet and slippy. You definitely have to be careful.
I'm one of the main organizers of the Iridescence Tour.
Iridescence tour?
To brzmi jakoś znajomo?
The Iridescence Tour is one of the biggest music festivals in Fontaine. We're looking to expand, though. Our aim is to hold a festival in every nation. So the main reason I'm traveling all around Teyvat is to promote our music festivals. But I have some personal reasons, too.
Well, what are they? Just tell us already.
Let me see. Well, to explain it in full, I'd have to start with a story from my ancestors. I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Oh, I love listening to stories. We want to hear it too.
Okay, then I'll start from the beginning. The story goes that my ancestor, who was also a traveler, once slipped and fell into a lake during his travels. As he was sinking and gasping for breath, he heard a wondrous tune in the air. They say it was the most beautiful, moving melody he had ever heard, even in that life and death moment. The ethereal music seized his full attention and almost made him forget the fact that he was drowning. When he finally came to, he found that he had already been brought ashore. Not too far from him stood an unfamiliar woman with an almost divine aura. Once she saw that he was no longer in danger, she left without a word. My ancestor tried to run after her to give his thanks, but although a mere dozen paces separated them, no matter how quickly he gave chase, he drew no closer and remained a dozen paces behind. In the end, all he could do was to bow in thanks to the woman as he watched her walk away towards the rivers and mountains in the distance, before at last he turned around and made his way home. Once he returned to Fontaine, he began to learn an instrument so that he could spread his story far and wide, just like the bards. After generations of retelling, embellishing, and dramatizing, people have come to think of that lady as something like a fairy. The story's become something of a local legend in Fontaine. It's called the Lady Overlooking the Lake. People now say that if you go down to the lakeside and play an instrument, so long as you play a pleasing melody, you will hear a fairy lady who is hiding out of sight, playing along with you. I wanted to find out the truth of this tale, so I decided to retrace my ancestors' steps and search for that lady's modern-day descendants. I've spent many years on the road now, and I'm nowhere near as fit as I was in my youth. The wish that I've spent half my life chasing after has now become something of an obsession. I've concluded that the story must have taken place in 𝐊𝐿𝐻𝑒𝐻.
Oh, so you finally found a lead?
Yes, in fact, that's an intriguing story in and of itself. I'd always known that Mondstadt is the city of song and freedom, but more recently, I heard that the Animal Archon returned to Mondstadt for a festival in the fall, and learned that he himself is a patron deity of music. So I prayed for the Animal Archon's guidance in the Mondstadt Cathedral, and as soon as I set foot back outside the front gate, I noticed a cluster of leaves being blown in the wind further and further west, towards Stone Gate. A friendly local told me that this meant the wind was guiding me in the direction of Liyue. So I followed their advice and made my way here.
Why don't I bring you all to Yujing Terrace to see Miss Ganyu?
Ganiu, bardzo
I don't
chętnie.
know very many people, so I can't help you out much. But Miss Ganyu and the Qixing know just about everything. Okay, everyone, please follow me. I'll be your guide. Remember to watch where you're going, okay?
Lubię Ganiu. Jeśli miałabym zrobić taką listę z damskich postaci, kogo najbardziej lubię, to Ganiu by była na drugim miejscu, bo Layla jest na pierwszym. Uwielbiam Laylę. Layla jest taką postacią idealnie dla mnie. I Ganiu by była na drugim miejscu. Ciekawą jest postacią. Dobra, zejdźmy już. Szybko, 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 szybko.
Liyue Harbor looks very different from when I came last. It's almost as if I'm listening to the same melody, but with a richer timbre and new variations added.
Well, we are here during Lantern Rite after all. It only comes once a year, so they always have a big celebration. It's fair to say that this time of year is when Liyue Harbor looks the prettiest.
Great. Let's go and check it out. I can't wait to get into the city and see it all up close for myself. The streets are breathtaking. Smiles and laughter everywhere I look. It's contagious. I can almost feel the music in the air. I have the urge to start waving my conductor's baton.
Ojejku, tu już jest faktycznie tak ładnie.
I'm glad that you're enjoying the city.
O, jak ślicznie.
Well, fancy meeting you all here. What a nice surprise.
Okej, kojarzę cię.
Hello, Xinyan. Let me introduce some new friends. They are...
Traveler Paimon and Mr. Dvorak, right? I've known them all for quite a while.
Więc się już znacie.
When I was last here to advertise a Liyue stop for the Iridescence Tour, Xinyan was one of the few people willing to give me the time of day.
So, what brings you to Liyue Harbor at this time of year anyway? Thinking of putting on a music festival during the Lantern Rite celebrations?
A Lantern Rite music festival? Yes, please!
No, I'm actually here on personal business this time.
Oh, so no Lantern Rite music festival?
I mean, that's not just up to me. Hosting a music festival takes a lot of funding and personnel. Moreover, I've never worked with the Liyue authorities before. Even if I were to start putting something together right now, I think it'd be too rushed.
Wait, but we're going to meet the Liyue Qixing, aren't we? And they're the ones in charge. Uh-huh, that's right. Miss Keqing and Miss Ningguang can make anything happen.
This is the perfect opportunity! Well, sure, it might not work out, but it can't hurt to bring it up as a suggestion. My friend Yunjin is a well-known opera singer in Liyue. With her support and a commissioned song from the Yunhan Opera Troupe, we should be able to get something going.
But what about you, Xinyan? Are you just going to sit this one out?
What do you take me for? If we actually manage to make the Iridescence Tour Lantern Rite Grand Concert a reality, you think I'd let anyone else perform the opening act? What do you say, Mr. Dvorak?
Okay. I'll give it a shot.
It's Master. Is it okay if I go and say hi to her?
Oh, calm down now, dear. I'm not about to run off anywhere. I'm not a bundle of energy like you.
I haven't seen you in days, Master. I've missed you.
Oh, bless you, Xiao. You do say the sweetest things. Ah, look who it is. Visiting friends during the Lantern Rite, are we?
You're half right, Madam Ping. We were also trying to help out Mr. Dvorak over here. We were on our way to take him to see the Qixing.
Hello, ma'am. I am a musician from Fontaine and an organizer of the Iridescence Tour. I don't suppose you've heard of it.
Master! The Iridescence Tour is a super famous music festival.
Oh, an old lady like me wouldn't know much about that sort of thing. A music festival, you say? It sounds terribly exciting.
Jeśli moglibyśmy dodać Muzyczny element do Lantern Rite?
Oh, right! Madam Bing, how would you feel about that? You're an elder of Liyue, and you know all about Liyue's cultural traditions. Hearing your thoughts would definitely help us figure out how best to approach it. For example, do you think it might be a bit too modern, or is there any other issue?
Why, not at all. Music pays homage to history and culture, and it can also be a bridge between different civilizations. Times change, and the music enjoyed by the youngsters of today is no doubt very different from the tunes I was accustomed to in my youth. Nevertheless, all fine things in life can be appreciated. And so, I look forward to it immensely.
To raczej będzie quest, gdzie jest dużo gadane. Raczej za dużo akcji chyba tutaj nie będzie. W końcu to jest święto, czemu mielibyśmy walczyć. Gdzie ja lecę? Co ja robię? Gdzie ja się kieruję? Co ja wyprawiam? A! Nie! Chodź tu, Tartaglia. Odpocznij chwilę. Okej. Co ja wyprawiam? Nie wiem, co ja chciałam zrobić, naprawdę nie wiem. Czy ja widziałam Ganiu właśnie? Ja widziałam Ganiu. Jest Ganiu! Jest Ganiu!
And when you meet with
Nagle
the
jasno się
Ministry of Civil
zrobiło.
Affairs, please remind them that the festivities are not an excuse to procrastinate their work.
I know you've had a lot to do with that work recently, but you shouldn't push yourself too hard. If you're not careful, you'll end up falling asleep in the grass again.
I will submit a proposal requesting to put the Iridescence Tour special performance as the final act of this year's festivities. I will inform the Qixing of this development immediately. Please give me a moment to pass on the message.
Okej, czyli to po prostu teraz będziemy robić wszystko, żeby się koncert odbył.
Greetings, traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak. Call me Kuching. Ganyu has brought me up to speed on everything. I'll get straight to the point. The Qixing have approved Ganyu's proposal. Over the next few days, I will be working with Mr. Dvorak on behalf of the Qixing to facilitate the organization of this concert.
I wonder if this lady your ancestor met might have been an adeptus. What do you think?
To zdecydowanie możliwe.
To tell you the truth, Mr. Dvorak, I am somewhat related to the adepti myself. I am part human and part Qilin. The Qilin is an illuminated beast. I know how important your quest to get in touch with your roots must be to you, because I've been there myself before, trying to find out where I belonged.
Did you say the Adepti? And you're illuminated beast? Part Qilin? Are you telling me all the rumors of the Liyue Adepti are real? So it's not just artistic license?
If you're looking to uncover a lost melody or shine light on a forgotten aspect of Liyue's cultural history, I'm probably not the best person to ask. But if it's a person you're looking for, then I just might be able to help.
So Mr. Dvorak and I will concentrate on things here in the city to make sure the concert goes according to plan. In the meantime, Ganyu will reach out to her network and try to find the person he's looking for. How's your workload at the moment? Will you be able to make time?
I can probably get through everything in 2 days, as long as I don't sleep.
Wait, what do you mean as long as I don't sleep? Even for someone with illuminated beast blood in their veins, working for such an extended period without a break will take its toll on your health.
If you have the time, would you join me for this search? You're well known to many of the Adepti and respected among the people. I'll feel much more at ease with your company.
Of course.
Okay, then let's meet back here in 3 days.
Nie będę niestety tutaj pokazywać wszystkiego dosłownie, co się dzieje w tym questie, bo no, na razie wszystko skupia się na tym, że po prostu koncert się odbył. Jak na to, że ja chcę się zmieścić w jednym odcinku ze wszystkim, co się dzieje w tym Lantern Rite. Po prostu latane tam i z powrotem, postaci do postaci i gadanie. Więc to też nie jest jakoś też specjalnie ciekawe do oglądania, po prostu ja siedząca i słuchająca, o czym oni mówią. Powiedzmy, że będę pokazywać takie jakby najlepsze momenty, maybe,
I heard that you'll be going on a search with Ganyu to find the descendants of a fairy lady from a Fontaine legend.
Hazel. Hazel chce do mnie wbić. Jakoś zawsze ludzie trafiają w momenty, kiedy robię jakieś questy. Proszę o wejście do mnie w najmniej dobrym momencie. Okej, czyli będziemy robić ten cały research, jeśli chodzi o tą sprawę tego typka. O? Co to jest? Czek? A? Okej, to są jakieś takie mini zadania. Na razie to zostawmy. Gdzie w takim razie mam iść? Okej, między 8 a 10, 2 dni później. Czy to było tutaj? To było chyba tutaj. 2 dni później? 10, 18? To zadanie z Ganiu akurat może być ciekawe. Więc... Czy dobrze zrobiłam z godziną? O, jest. Okej. O nie, biedna zasypia. Biedna Ganiu, o Boże.
Greetings, traveler in Paimon. What time is it?
Are you okay, Ganyu? You were nodding off there. Didn't you sleep well last night?
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's discuss the matter at hand. Someone rescued a drowning man and performed some music. If that were all there was to it, it could have been many people, human or Adeptus. But the tune was allegedly so wonderful that the drowning man forgot about everything else, even his own impending death, and only came to his senses after being brought to shore. Perhaps there was an adeptal power at work in that music that he, as a mortal, could not perceive. Or perhaps he sensed a power surrounding him but lacked the words to describe it, not knowing where it came from. Either way, if this part of the story is true, then the rescuer has to have been an Adeptus.
Actually, Ganyu, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go about it?
Huh? Me? Well, I'd get them to the shore, and then I'd probably hide behind a tree and watch them for a while. Once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd slip away without a sound.
So cute.
Got it. So basically, Ganyu's the type of person who doesn't like taking credit for her good deeds. What if this Adeptus in the story had a similar attitude? That would explain why she just left without saying a word.
Cloud Retainer isn't the most musically gifted. Still, we can't completely rule her out just yet. If we set off now, we could head to Mount Outsung and ask her about it. I've been in Liyue Harbor for so long now that I'm just not as familiar with the Adepti anymore. If there's anything we want to know about them, she's the best person to ask.
O! To już jest part 2, okej. Jep, to było tutaj, pamiętam. Robiliśmy chyba razem tą sytuację, kiedy przynosiliśmy jedzenie jej. Tej całej adeptajce Cloud Retainer, tak? Jak to się mówi? Okej. Czyli tym razem nie musimy nic podobnego robić. A tak kojarzę mnie, wtedy poznaliśmy wszystkich tych adeptai. Tego jelenia, właśnie tego ptaka. Gdzieś tam później tego też Xiao poznałam. Tak, robiliśmy na pewno to razem.
I can't believe it. Cloud Retainer is not here.
Huh? Did we miss her?
She doesn't like to travel, so in the past, it's always been the other Adepti who come to visit her during the festivals. Cloud Retainer would be quite capable of taking care of anything on her own. There's no need to worry about her. Since she's not here, I guess the next step is to check all the other Adepti abodes, one by one.
Uh-oh. Will it involve a lot more traveling? Got it! Paimon has a great idea!
Please go on, Paimon.
Our goal here is to find the Adeptus that helped Dvorak's ancestor, right? We can't hear any music right now, but if she's really as nice as the story suggests, she'd definitely come to help anyone who was drowning, right?
Co planujesz, Paimon?
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
So, all we have to do is get the traveler to pretend to fall into the water, and the Adeptus will come to the rescue!
O Boże. Jeśli jesteś taka pewna, czemu ty nie spróbujesz?
You know perfectly well that Paimon can't swim! Paimon would sink like a rock!
Myślę, że to jest zły pomysł.
Just trust Paimon! The water's pretty deep over there. Quick, swim to the very center!
Okej. Czyli idziemy udawać, że się topimy? O! Wait. Wait. Czy ja to zrobiłam? Ja chyba tego wcześniej nie robiłam. Czy ja wezmę skrzynię?
A walk would be nice.
Zdecydowanie, żoni. Zdecydowanie. Chyba nie. Chyba źle. Wciąż źle.
Rise!
Rise! Gdzie? O! Musimy wziąć skrzynię! Szybciej, żoni. Szybciej.
Certainly worth the extra mile.
Zwykła, ale... No cóż. Myślałam, że będzie coś lepszego, ale zawsze coś. Powróćmy sobie do Lumin. Tylko żebyśmy się faktycznie nie utopili. Dobra, stamina jest okej. Stamina jest okej. Gdzie oni każą mi wejść? Iść tu?
Help! Help! Someone's drowning!
O Boże,
If
serio?
only there was a kind-hearted Adeptus here to save us! Oh no! Whatever will a Paimon do?
Serio? Jeśli to wypali, to ja nie wiem.
What is going on?
What? Okej, ciebie się nie spodziewałam, nie? Ha, jaka siara! Jest dobrze. Zawołaliśmy Xiao. To jest najlepsze, co mogło się wydarzyć, o Boże.
How do you feel right now?
Ta cisza. Siara taka.
Shenhe! And the conqueror of demons.
Why don't you say something? Please don't make Paimon explain it.
Oj, tłumacz się, Paimon, to był twój pomysł.
Okay, fine. Paimon will explain. We're looking for an Adeptus who's good at being a lifeguard and playing music. But if the Adepti aren't gonna stay home, then how are we supposed to find them?
It wasn't me.
Yeah, so this Adeptus is most likely a woman.
And I am not an Adeptus, as you both already know, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay, so this is Paimon's fault. No way Paimon would have suggested this idea if she'd known how awkward this was gonna be.
Wszystko ze mną w porządku.
Glad you're okay.
Już odchodzisz?
As far as I know, the one you seek is no yaksha. And one last thing. Your actions here caused others a great deal of worry. Do not repeat them again in the future.
As ever, the conqueror of demons comes and goes, just like the wind.
Ale dostaliśmy ochrzan. Martwi się o nas. Zróbmy tak jeszcze raz.
Have you ever heard any music while out training in the mountains?
Music? What is that?
It's a kind of a happy or relaxing sound.
I do believe I hear it every day. Please follow me.
Oh my goodness, tego się nie spodziewałam, że to Xiao nas tutaj uratuje przed utonięciem. To co, robimy to jeszcze raz? Xiao, ja się topię. Tym razem to już na poważnie się topię. Halo, Xiao, naprawdę stamina? Oj, stamina! Stamina się kończy! No cóż, udajmy, że tej sytuacji nie było. Na następne utonięcie na pewno przyjdzie. Okej, gdzie my mamy teraz iść? Mamy iść za Shenhe. Ona coś słyszy tą melodię ponoć codziennie, więc... Let's see.
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
Oh no! Paimon's gone deaf! Paimon can't hear anything!
Moje kondolencje, Paimon.
Oh, whew! Paimon hasn't gone deaf after all! Paimon heard you when you just spoke. Anyway, where is this music?
The faint sound of birdsong, the quiet murmur of the streams. These are relaxing sounds. Are they not the music of which you speak?
What we're looking for are not the sounds of nature, but melodies played on special instruments.
And a melody is?
Why don't you just sing that one melody Shen has heard before? It'll probably help her to understand what we're talking about.
Okej. Wow, powiedzmy, że w końcu słyszymy naszą tutaj główną postać. Brawo.
Oh, was that from the opera that Yunjin sang?
O,
That was a melody, and melodies can be called music.
In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial 𝒟𝓏𝒾s to judge the quality of our creations. But 𝒟𝓏𝒾s declared that Guizhong's 𝒟𝓏𝒾𝓄𝒏𝒄s mechanism was superior. Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Guizhong and Streetward Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Guizhong's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly, until one asked 𝒟𝓏𝒾s to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili plains. Guizhong was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle. When Streetward Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetward Rambler's request, 𝒟𝓏𝒾s granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
That the Adeptus who rescued the drowning man was none other than Streetward Rambler.
Cloud Retainer informed us that the one who played that melody and rescued the drowning man was none other than yourself.
Let me think. Yes, I do believe I recall that encounter. What a long time ago that was. I'm surprised that you still remember it. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that this story has survived this long at all, when mortal lives are so very brief. It appears that she has proven herself right once again.
Who's she?
We like to call her 𝒟𝓏𝒾. From the look in 𝒟𝓏𝒾 eyes, I sense that she has already told you all about her.
What was the melody that you played back then? Oh, also, with you being such a music expert and all, why don't you join the concert as a performer?
I can make arrangements right away.
Oh, as much as I don't wish to dampen your enthusiasm, it's been a long time since I played this zither. My fingers don't have the dexterity they once did, and whenever I play that tune, it always reminds me of her. I shall leave the Lantern Rite stage to the youth of today.
All right, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
O, stąd to ładnie wszystko widać. Muszę cyknąć fotkę. Oj nie, najpierw się ustaw. Bo gdzie? Nie tak po środku, bo zakryjesz wszystko. Okej, powiedzmy, że tak. Nie, zamknęłaś oczy. Nasze pierwsze Lantern Rite. Yes!
We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking for.
Are you serious? So the melody my ancestor heard was an adeptus remembering her late friend? It's hard to believe that the fairy from the tale is now an elderly granny.
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what you mean. Normally, Adepti don't age at all. But Streetward Rambler, or Madam Ping as we know her, probably only became old because it's what she wanted for herself.
Mhm. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
ℍ𝕖, dokładnie wiem, kto to jest ℍ𝕖. Nie musicie mi o tym mówić. Uwielbiam ją.
Oh wow, look who it is! Are you here to hang out with everyone's favorite funeral director?
So you're just casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance to your funeral parlor? In broad daylight?
Traveler in Paimon, I believe Zhongli was heading to Mount ℍ𝕖𝕛, so make sure you're hiking up the right hill. When you see Zhongli, please pass on this message to him. It's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses. You should join us too.
Dawaj, chodź tu, bo chcę już ten koncert. O! Adeptaje. Halo? Przepraszam, że przeszkadzam?
Paimon sees them! It's illuminated deer and illuminated bird number 2!
Witajcie wszyscy, dawno się nie widzieliśmy.
A familiar face. Have you come from Liyue Harbor? How is the city nowadays?
Everything's great! But you know, if you're so curious, you can always go and check it out for yourself!
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on Mount Tianheng in recent times. I believe the sights of the city are quite familiar to him.
Zhongli! Here you are! We've brought the bamboo shoots you wanted.
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 Adepti friends of mine tonight. Please, give Director Hu my best wishes for the performance. As for the banquet, since the director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Yay! Then we'll see you there?
Absolutely.
Yes! Czy ja tutaj widziałam zadanie, które nie zrobiłam? Chyba tak? Nie. Przyszłam Saino. Szybciej. Szybciej. A! Szybko. Okej, rozumiem. Czyli muszę kogoś tutaj poprosić o pomoc. Kogoś to prawdopodobnie Fischl chyba. Czy mam kogoś elektro jeszcze tutaj? Albo...
Whatever would you do without me?
Yamiko?
Right now. Emerge.
Chyba nie.
Right here.
A dobra, wystarczyło w ten sposób. Okej.
Well, what do we have here?
W ogóle zabawna sytuacja z tą Yamiko, bo ona była razem z Tartaglią I tak jak nam się udało razem wylosować ℍ𝕗𝓾, to jeszcze później puściłam chyba 20 losów albo 30 na banerze 𝐊𝐀𝐍𝐾 tak poza kamerą. I wylosowała mi się ona. Także wygrałam 50-50, PT 30 jakieś może? Byłam w szoku, chociaż teraz powiem wam, że się martwię, jeśli chodzi o baner Xiao, bo będziemy za parę dni, myślę, losować z jego baneru, oczywiście, of course, o gwarancie i później wygranym 50-50 na 30 PT. Nie sądzę, żebym miała szczęście, jak będziemy losować z tego baneru. No ale no nic, to jeszcze nie teraz, ale możecie się spodziewać, że na pewno będziemy razem losować. Dobra, to gdzie mamy iść teraz? O, kolejna skrzyneczka, aha! Zaczyna się. Zaczyna się moje... O! O nie, czekaj, co ja wyprawiam? Ty jesteś slajmem ogniowym. Czy ja się właśnie zaczynam dekoncentrować? Chyba odczuwam brak walk. Że się o nie proszę. Okej, dobra. Dobra, już nie kombinujmy. Idźmy tam, gdzie mamy iść. Musimy wrócić do ℍ𝕗𝓅. Okej. Tylko tam z powrotem tutaj mi ℍ𝕗𝓾.
Need to end a few enemies?
Nie. O, będzie ten koncert! Tak!
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is ℍ𝕗, and this is a little something called...
The Flame Lilies!
Yes! Oh my goodness! Przychodzą wszyscy!
trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you too buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh, I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch your step, or you'll get burned. Hey,
Yes, girl! Woo! Hutało? Fajnie to było.
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
Oh my goodness. Oh, baby! O Boże, zaraz się popatrzę. Czemu mam szklanki w oczach? O.
Master, listen!
Zruszę się zaraz. Stop!
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Master, the Xiao lanterns,
Ha! Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Xiao lantern the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
No, ślicznie.
Listen, that must be Madame Ping!
jumpscare musi być. A, rozczuliłam się. Tak bardzo kocham tą grę. Naprawdę. Wracając do tej gry, bo miałam już jedno podejście. Jest na moim kanale ten jeden odcinek, którym jeszcze nawet miałam Itera jako tutaj główną postać. Wtedy jeszcze nie byłam świadoma. Wtedy jeszcze nie wiedziałam, jak bardzo będę miała obsesję na punkcie tej gry. Naprawdę.
Traveler, hurry! It's almost time for us to join Htao for dinner!
A no tak!
Ooh, and we'll be meeting at 𝕬𝕒𝕒𝕒. It's the place with a really long wait list.
Okej.
As expected of the parlor director, always so generous. Come on, let's go!
To jest tutaj, nie? Halo, dzień dobry.
Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I have them all noted down.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli. But I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
May I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my practices in exorcism?
Tak, wiem. Ciebie też kojarzę w sumie już. Egzorcysta.
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Whoa, there's so many people here. All we knew was that Htao invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends. Happy Lantern Rite, everyone!
Happy Lantern Rite.
Likewise. Please take a seat.
The performance was spectacular indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge burst of inspiration, which in turn gave us a bit of a headache.
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
Hold on, Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Let Paimon try!
See? Someone here knows how to encourage people. Thanks, Paimon.
Ona to zawsze.
Paimon feels like we're missing someone.
Htao?
Oh, Htao was the one who invited us, but she's not here. And where's Guoba?
Oh, Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant. You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably wouldn't have had the time to accept Hu-Tao's invitation. As for Hu-Tao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you for the time being. Seems like it's almost time.
Huh? Hu-Tao went to fetch someone in person? Oh, that must mean they are super important. Could it be Keqing? Ningguang? Or Captain Beidou?
She didn't clarify. And as her subordinate, I couldn't just pry into the details, could I?
Oh?
Ta-da! We're here! We're not late to the party, right? Right? Good thing the Conqueror of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh! We made it just in time.
On jest tym specjalnym gościem. O Jezu, dajcie mi się poprawić. Po niego specjalnie poszła.
Oh.
Zobaczyliście?
I see. So the important guest is the Conqueror of Demons. I've been looking forward to meeting you. The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. Gathered here with us tonight are not only young and accomplished individuals, but also the protector of Leo's peace, Adeptus Alatus. To convene here with all of you is indeed a great honor.
No jego się nie spodziewałam tutaj naprawdę. On w towarzystwie wszystkich ludzi tutaj? Kilka dni wcześniej? Wongshuin?
It's almost Lantern Rite. Yet you took all the trouble coming here.
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebrations.
Huh. Then why would you come all the way to Wongshuin?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Xiao and received some spices from him. And, see? Here's some matsutake and a portion of ham.
What about the sesame oil?
It's a shame. I couldn't find the kind the director was looking for.
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Sir.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Go let our guests take a seat. Everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about one another to some extent. Some of us are even old acquaintances, so there's no need to be this formal. I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are pretty close, no?
We are old friends. Lumin, powiedz od razu, że jesteście parą.
Great. You two sit together.
O, uwielbiam cię, ℍ𝕖. Uwielbiam cię.
You should take a seat too, Director.
Oh? Finally remembered me? When we arrived just now, the hosts at 𝐊𝐿𝐴 kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the food.
Jaram się. Jaram się, jak on jest z nami. Koniec.
Paimon would have never guessed the
Niebo.
person who 𝕠𝕠 went to fetch was Xiao.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the Conqueror of Demons.
You know Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked up to him. You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations, dispelling evil together, both in the open and from the shadows. Hard to imagine that thanks to ℍ𝕬𝕗, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him. Conqueror of Demons, I'm honored to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons. Chongyun has brought that name up quite a few times in the past. I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of exorcists.
Ahem.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal and polite all of a sudden. Paimon doesn't know what she should say anymore. Adeptus Xiao, mighty Conqueror of Demons! Please accept Paimon's greetings too! Belated Happy Lantern Rite!
Xiao wygląda, jakby chciał stamtąd wyjść.
Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too harsh on Paimon!
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all. Too much formality kills the atmosphere. I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on eggshells. Hiya.
What's your true intention then?
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float into the sky, bidding farewell to the past and embracing the present with joy. And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a standing ovation.
Indeed. Exceptional acting skills, Director.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat everyone to something good. We all worked really hard this year, whether traveling or guiding, cooking, helping with the family business, exorcising evil spirits, or conquering demons. And of course, our consultant, who's been helping out at the parlor every now and then. Everyone has done some pretty amazing things. As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without saying that I'm the one most deserving of praise.
Huh? Sounds kinda self-important, but Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she managed to talk Xiao into coming. He rarely ever enters Liyue Harbor after all.
Też się ciekawie, jak ona to zrobiła.
It wasn't as complicated as you think.
Wiem, po prostu powiedziała, że Lumin będzie. O, będzie scena, jak ona to robiła? Zapraszała go? Wongxun.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of Demons, Adeptus Xiao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn, hero of Dihua Marsh.
ℍ𝕖, uwielbiam cię, okej?
I know you're there.
Quiet. Do not disturb the peace.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Is there something you need?
Nie! Więcej! Ja chcę więcej! Ja chcę więcej! Chcę wiedzieć więcej.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that ℍ𝕖 would stop pestering him?
There might be other reasons. In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. Humans couldn't escape from the torment of the plague, nor could they escape death. The Adepti vanquished the demons, the Millelith fought valiantly, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was responsible for purifying the diseased and sending off the spirits of the dead. That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war. And it effectively prevented further incidents from happening.
That's right. 1 point for the consultant. But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him.
Martwił się o swoją karmę?
You know him pretty well, huh?
Of course, ℍ𝕖, of course!
This matter is out of my control, so I need to be cautious.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here today is in one way or another acquainted with elemental power. Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together. There won't be any lasting consequences.
But I didn't expect there to be so many people.
Biedny.
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual so far. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so he's probably the most resilient.
That's not the same.
Xianglin told me that Guoba used to be the stove god.
It sounds like you've heard the rumors.
Okej, stop. Opcja albo jesteś dosyć cichy dzisiaj, czy wszystko okej, albo nie przywykłeś do bycia wśród ludzi, że wielu ludzi jest. Nie, wierzę pierwsze. Jesteś dosyć cichy dzisiaj, czy wszystko okej?
I'm doing fine.
Okay.
Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend. Thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before.
Daj wszystko, co nie zjesz, Paimon? Nie. Dajmy stary przyjaciel? Powie więcej.
You should know him. He's...
Seeds of story, brought by the wind.
Venti.
And cultivated by time. Did Paimon just unconsciously complete the thing? That voice. Could it be?
It must be! Venti! Venti, to jest Venti.
If I'm not mistaken, there's someone knocking at the door. Don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome our guest in.
No such need. I'm coming in.
O, Venti będzie z nimi siedział? Oh my goodness, uwielbiam ten event.
Finally let me in. Hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new encounter. Old friends and new, happy Lantern Rite.
Oh, it's the tone-deaf bard.
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. It looks like we're gonna be friends. Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat and be my guest. Help yourself. Oh, I'll ask them for another set of cutlery.
O nim chciał powiedzieć Xiao właśnie?
This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising sun. She no doubt is the one with the most authority here. Whoa, these dishes look amazing. Is it really okay for me to join in? All right, I'm digging in.
Huh, it's you.
Oh, isn't this Zhenyu?
Zhenyu?
Yep. Now that I've taken a closer look, you're a fan of Zhenyu's works, aren't you? I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. How I wish we'd met sooner. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret Zhenyu's new novel as thoroughly as I could.
Considering your poetic talent, your fundamentals are way more impressive.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
O, wygląda na to, że Xiao też go zna.
Yes, yes. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to Lantern Rite. I was patrolling 𝕍𝕐𝕛𝕒 Marsh a few days ago, when I happened to run into this...
You've already forgotten? I'm a bard, remember? And bards go around singing wherever they like.
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in 𝕍𝕐𝕛𝕒 Marsh. It was a moving melody, and it made me feel relaxed and at ease. I couldn't help but stay and listen.
Wait, on wie kim jest Venti? On chyba wie, że on jest tym bogiem Anemo, nie?
Thank you for your patronage.
Więc tak to było, I see.
I understand now too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It's a pleasure to meet you, new friend.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's anything unsatisfactory, let me know anytime.
That's very considerate of you.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an impressive consultant.
Oh, you're too nice, Venti. Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars and the land, and there's nothing throughout history that he doesn't know. From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an adeptus in disguise. Xiao, you're an adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge in that matter.
Really? But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable.
Paimon, play along.
Huh? Oh, right! Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often, so it's, pretty normal for him to not know anything.
Yeah.
Really? I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhongli before. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea with the most complex name.
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician like yourself in Mondstadt. I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant. It's no overstatement to regard him as the best bard in Mondstadt.
Uwielbiam ten event, okej? Ja chcę więcej takich sytuacji, jak się tak postacie jakoś spotykają, nie wiem.
Now you're making me embarrassed. I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill sometimes. There's one I heard a while back that went, "The old house is renewed, welcoming the spring breeze, awakening old memories." The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of literary flair.
I think so too. The composition needs a little jazzing up. If I were to give it a go, I'd make it an old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to it.
You have great taste, Venti. I was right about you. Let's shake hands.
How cute.
Of course.
Oh.
Hey, Xingqiu! Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written ones. I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but I couldn't tell the difference between those two.
I don't think it's your fault.
Why is the tone-deaf bard here? Are you here to take part in Lantern Rite too?
I heard that 𝕠𝕠𝕟𝕒 will be hosting a Lantern Rite music festival this year. As a musician myself, how could I possibly resist the temptation to come take a look? Or listen. Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you think? As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for once, so I had to congratulate him. I was watching as you entered Xinyue kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound of the wind?
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Liyue Harbor becomes bustling with activity. People are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts.
Buka Nemo I geowie przy jednym stole. Gold, po prostu gold.
The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly, and we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. This is no doubt a wonderful occasion worth celebrating. To come together with all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. That was exactly what I wanted to say. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. I didn't cause you too much trouble barging in like that, did I? We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt, but since Mr. Zhongli insists on drinking tea, I'll give a toast with tea too. Everyone, thanks for the treat.
Jak spojrzał wtedy na Lumin. Jak coś jest nie tak, to od razu na nią zerka, nie?
Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later, sticking to tea seems like a good idea.
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts. Should we?
Xiao?
What's with the urgency?
O. Zjadam za dużo. Mógłbyś pójść ze mną na spacer? Tak, zjadam za dużo. Mógłbyś pójść ze mną na spacer?
Sure.
Have you two finished eating?
Idziemy na randkę.
It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after a meal. Helps with digestion.
Paimon will come too.
Nie! Zostań! O, tak, jesteś dalej głodna, prawda? Dobrze, Lumin, dobrze!
Yeah?
Nie martw się, zaraz wrócimy.
Okay then. Don't forget to come back.
Jest! Idziemy bez Paimon! Okej, opuść kiosk. Ale możemy już coś jeszcze do niego tutaj zagadać.
Let's depart. You go ahead.
Dobrze.
Are you all right?
O Boże. To ja powinnam cię o to spytać.
It's hard to describe.
Nieprzyzwyczajony do takich spotkań? Zgromadzeń? It's not that?
There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes they would call up a few others for a drink. Even I got dragged along to their gatherings many times. The Adepti all have their specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. Everything they say is straight from the heart. It never gets too complicated. But this time...
O, nie. Rozumiem, to jest wina Żolniego i rozumiem, to jest wina Ventiego. Jakbym powiedziała, że to jest Żolniego wina, wściekłby się. Ja wiem o tym, że on się na mnie wściekł. Go bardzo respektuję. To zdecydowanie nie. Lepiej zrzucić winę na Ventiego. Rozumiem, to wszystko wina Ventiego.
No. I didn't mean that.
Jakbym powiedziała Żolniego, to by się inaczej rozmowa potoczyła.
So you know his true identity?
Yes.
I'll get straight to the point then.
Okay.
The ℜ𝕒𝕒 is a free spirit, and his temperament is as carefree as the music he plays on the flute. It's easy for a god like him to live in harmony with humans, and that's something I might never be able to do.
Nie musisz być taki jak oni.
That does sound like something you would say. No matter. I know my circumstances. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels strangely novel.
Ale dziwnie z tej jakby dobrej strony.
Yes. The parlor director went out of her way with the invitation, so it was difficult to turn her down. I had made mental preparations before agreeing to come.
Najlepszy ship, okej. Za każdym razem jak widzę ich razem, najlepszy ship!
She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power, and I knew that you would be here. But I didn't expect the other guests to be... General Capisis always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise. Perhaps that's what I should do with what I'm feeling now. But I think he meant designing clothes for those around him. The clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Brother Bosacius never tried to hide his distaste in front of him. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. The outfit he wears now was also designed by General Capizas himself. I never saw him wear this during the war. I didn't expect him to start wearing it later.
Oh, here you are.
Nie! Nie przeszkadzaj nam w randce!
I'm not intruding, right?
Oj, bardzo przeszkadzasz, bardzo.
You're not. What is it?
Hałkulciu, jak możesz tak mówić?
ℍ𝕖 saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to bring out the desserts. Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching.
Ale nie tak bardzo, by aż nie mogła jeść. Brzmi, jakby było z nim wszystko okej.
To be honest, I was kind of worried too. You looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to Wangshu Inn for something Xiao made.
You're worrying too much. Why would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Please wait.
Dlaczego?
There's another reason why I came looking for you. Here, take these. I brought them for you.
Almond tofu?
Oh, serio?
Yup. Since the Masterful Chef's competition, you could say that Xiao and I are not only competitors, but good friends as well. I visit him at Wangshu Inn sometimes to discuss our cooking. I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a good plate of almond tofu, so I learned a thing or two about the dish from him. I'll be honest, before ℍ𝕖 invited everyone, she secretly came looking for me, told me about the guest she planned to invite, and asked me for some suggestions on what she should order.
Aww.
So I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys in advance. Take them as a token of gratitude for your support. When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen and helping a lot too.
Dziękuję, Janini. Jak? Głopa?
Thank you for the trouble. There was no need to... I'll take them. Thank you. And Guoba too.
O Boże!
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feels a little different from the type Xiao cooks. Please let me know if there's any improvements I should make.
Lumin, masz dobry na niego wpływ.
Okay.
That's all. Alrighty, we should head back now. We can't keep Paimon waiting.
Oh my goodness, jest tu jeszcze? Poszedł już. Niech ktoś mi powie, że oni nie są dla siebie stworzeni, nie? Oh my goodness, mam ile filsów, nie?
You're finally done whispering secrets to each other?
Nawet Paimon już ich shipuje, okej?
So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon.
Wróciliśmy dosyć szybko, nie bądź zła tylko dlatego, że nie masz wyczucia czasu.
How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know what having no sense of fullness looks like. Your dessert is all Paimon's.
Yes.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious business to take care of. I think this festive gathering deserves something ceremonious.
Oh? Is this some local custom?
Nope. This is something I made up so that good luck will be on our side, that's all. Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. Let's use this incense burner on the table. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting the incense to the most distinguished guest among us all. Lighting the incense will signify continuous growth and prosperity in all our endeavors in the new year.
I see. Perfect symbolism, as expected of ℍ𝕖. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli. I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener.
even for a bard who has traveled all across the world. If knowledge were a form of power, one could even say that you're a wielder of unlimited strength.
But when it comes to having a way with words, the notable bard is certainly one cut above the rest. I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed. Since we all get to nominate someone, I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
Huh? That won't do. Don't flatter me just because I'm your boss. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. As the host, I shouldn't be involved in this discussion at all. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we let our one and only chef here do the honors?
Is this really the way this works? I didn't cook any of these dishes.
It's not a big deal. Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition. The only heir of the famous Wanmin restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
Please stop! You're making me embarrassed. If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Fayoum Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the largest commerce guilds in Liyue Harbor.
Teraz każdy będzie na siebie wskazywał.
Huh? Don't get me involved in this.
Ooh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild's young master lighting the incense, we're all sure to make a huge sum of mora in the new year.
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, but it's of lesser importance than good health and happiness, which means we should choose Chongyun, the skilled exorcist who keeps everyone's home safe from evil spirits.
Huh? Now you're nominating me? I can't be the one when we have the Conqueror of Demons right here. Adeptus Xiao has the most seniority among everyone here today. We should...
I refuse. I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here.
Czy on powie, że to żonni?
You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations.
Czekaj. Nie.
One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Skarża Lumin!
Oh, that's right. Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people.
No stop! On cały czas... Lumin, 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 Lumin! Please, uwielbiam ich oboje.
No, wait! Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again. Huh? Who else is there?
Aha, i teraz Lumin wskazuje Paimon.
Huh? Huh? Does that mean Paimon's the most distinguished guest? Oh, well, that was unexpected!
I agree. Paimon's just the one we need. Without a friend constantly by your side, a long journey would become dreadfully lonesome.
A, w sumie...
But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere, everything along the way will become lively and vibrant too.
Cute.
Ah, the traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without Paimon, they would have become quite monotonous. Paimon plays an indispensable role in making your journey a happy and smooth one.
Paimon w szoku pewnie.
You guys, Paimon's not used to being praised like that.
Aww.
Those were genuine compliments, right?
Oczywiście. Jesteś najlepszym kompanem. O, ja uwielbiam ogólnie Paimon. Jest dużo ludzi, co mówią, że właśnie ona jest irytująca czy coś. Ja ją uwielbiam.
You made Paimon wait for a long time, but Paimon's not mad anymore.
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon. Friends tease each other all the time.
That is indeed true.
That means Paimon is as important to the traveler as Guoba is to me. Looks like we've come to an agreement. Any objections before we proceed?
I trust the traveler's judgment.
Oczywiście.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon will be refilling and lighting the incense for us. Here you go. Take the match and don't burn yourself. But if things go really wrong, here's the 2-for-1 coupon.
I to się już koniec. It's time to say goodbye. Teraz się popłaczę. O! To było cudowne.
It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go as you please.
Jedzenie i deser były przepyszne.
Yep, the tea was amazing too.
You don't have to go all polite on me. Just remember to come when I invite you next time. Let's see. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Chongyun back home. As for the rest of the guests, I'll leave them to our consultant.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble one such as Mr. Zhongli. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime.
I will.
It was great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when the spring breeze begins to blow.
Bye. Oh, we should write poetry together sometime. We'll catch you all later then.
Żonli, zostaw nas, proszę, samych. Zostaw nas samych.
Don't forget to return to the parlor later. There's something I need you to do.
Understood. See you later.
Bye.
Well then.
Rex Lapis.
Just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in Liyue Harbor now. I am just one among many who begin work at sunrise and retire to rest at sundown. If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectfully referring to you as Adeptus Xiao.
Heaven forbid.
Adeptus Xiao?
Not you too.
I meant what I said. I heard that during the Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. I take it as you've gained a lot more knowledge about the past? The same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and interpretations expand in variety too. I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya, and learned a few things about her research topic. From the evidence she found and the conclusion she made, her area of research is already very close to the truth. But there are multiple sides to humans and gods alike. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending, while others were kind and capable. But whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Xiao and Ganyu, those adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans are something more akin to close companions. This was as true back then as it is right now. Just how Xiao may seem unapproachable to most, but the Traveler has proved otherwise, so there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
Zhongli, what you're saying is...
It looks like you understood what I meant. The director asked me to accompany you on your return, but I don't think you'll need my protection. I'll be taking a walk around and admiring the night scenery. After that, it'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director. Goodbye for now.
O Boże.
Bye, Zhongli.
Zostaliśmy sami.
Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively celebration ends. But at least you always stay by Paimon's side. Xiao, is there anything else you want to do? We could take you on a tour of Liyue Harbor.
Please.
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The city lights are a fine sight, but it's time for me to leave. The events of today occurred so abruptly. I appreciate your kindness.
Jakby wzajemnie, nie musisz dziękować za każdym razem.
Okay. I'll see you next time then.
Aww. Ile ja miałam emocji. Ten quest, ten event był cudowny. Jest mi przykro, że się skończył. To już koniec, nie? Już chyba tylko zostały mi te zadania, co tam miałam wcześniej.
1 hour later.
Jeszcze mogłam posłuchać albo porozmawiać z paroma osobami, które były w tym questie i w sumie to szukam Xiao i w sumie czułam, że tu będziesz. Czekaj, stop. Z okazji naszej randki. Porozmawiaj ze mną.
Xiao just came up here with some almond tofu, but I haven't finished everything Xiangling gave me yet. You should try some too. I'm not as experienced in tasting mortal food as you, and I couldn't tell the difference.
Gdzie ty ją dotykasz, chłopie?
There must be many different stories to tell of the hustle and bustle of the mortal world too. You can tell me. I will listen.
Okej. Dobra, takim akcentem możemy zakończyć odcinek. Mam nadzieję, że odcinek się podobał. Jeśli chcielibyście więcej odcinków z Genshina, to oczywiście zostawcie łapkę w górę. Zapraszam was również na mój kanał taneczny, moje social media i widzimy się w następnym odcinku.